Make a brand new one with
Greetings
that
and
character.
salutations, everyone.
Well,
Hey,
good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to the next episode.
I'm greeting, I'm salutating.
Welcome to the next episode of Edge of Twilight, Path of Hades, episode 33. Wow.
We played for so long, guys.
Wow.
I feel like we're on an episode of
33.
carpet restoration.
No, no, man.
Yes, with Waymaker cleaning it, showing it how it's done.
That's true.
I'm not even doing it. Lolly's getting to do it. She's getting all the experience.
Gia, welcome.
But you're the expert.
I think I've leveled up since having to do this one.
Yay!
Now I'm level -1 instead of -2.
And that's progress. G.I. Joe.
Hmm.
All right. Give me the recap. Who's doing it? Who's doing it? Grab your hands.
I said I would do it.
Okay, let me get out the old storytelling theme real quick. Get that. The classic.
You know, I have a Sera theme. I don't think I've heard it since I even had a new one.
I don't think I have it on my music list.
That's why I was just thinking about that. Fine, you know, paid a lot of money.
Do you want me to go find it? Is that what you like?
No, it's fine.
Jesus.
If
Okay.
it
Hang
makes
on, let
you
me-
feel
let me-
better,
Let me throw away all my comp issues and I'll be ready.
Okay.
I'll go potty.
Do you guys hear my squeaky floor when I move around?
No.
Squeaky floor.
Turn your noise suppression off so I could hear.
It is off. Leaking out of this house when I was a teenager was... I feel like I'm actually a ninja.
I am ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's do it.
Okay, last time, Edge of Twilight, what episode are we on? 30 something?
We're on 33 right now.
Episode 32 picked up where we had defeated Sheen, but a soul was in limbo. And Sera came in quite clutch, which was something I was very excited about doing for Sera and soul management. So from her perspective, I finally saw a soul, a traveler's soul, for the first time. I kept hearing about how they're more powerful, they're, well, more valuable. And after seeing one, compared to the other souls that Bright Eyes has helped me collect, it's not that I ever doubted, but I didn't quite grasp the caliber of it. Just the pure raw potential of it, of looking at the Doctor's soul, and, well, I know that the choice I made to let the soul go back to its current container, to not Luka, I think will pay off dividends in the end, but letting that go at the time was, well, that was quite challenging. I am glad that the Doctor came to realize it was not just, and even a resurrection isn't simple, but it wasn't just a simple resurrection, it was a tug of war for their soul, and as much as I would like to think, my ego would like to think it was all skill, that was a rather great degree of luck to have had the outcome be the one I wanted. I'm not quite sure what the people of Auschwitz are going to be like either. I had assumed that all the corpses were the people from Auschwitz, but after closer inspection, it seems like these were just the original colonists, my people, the Taladani. I had a theory that Auschwitz, the people there don't worship their angels. Sheen was here, by herself. Beatorn, I had thought was protected, but perhaps instead is locked up, and I don't even have a glimmer of where Dold is. beyond just knowing he, she, it does dredging, so I just assumed by some sort of body of water. I think the group here, though, at least Harvaris, he seems particularly keen on Beatorn, and I think Beatorn would help us at least predict the movements of the other angels. We know their general location from Radare and the power draw that they use, but Beatorn could really help us predict, especially when it comes to Hades. So I suspect that is what we'll be spending the next few days doing. It's been nice to have a few days downtime, though. I have something in my back pocket now that I feel quite excited to use whenever we go into combat again, but even just a couple of days is a nice respite from, well, back-to-back cleansings, so to speak.
All right, inspiration for you.
Nice.
Okay, so Allswitz. The entirety of the settlement lies before you to explore as you will. Just going through my checklist here, does the party have active disguises?
Sera would put hers back on so she's not a, demon.
A monster? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maelie would also, so that she's not just a space ghost.
From coast to coast.
I am proudly a cat.
I am cat. I do not understand why you...
I
I have no reason to hide my honor.
My honor.
My honor.
Zuko meme.
My
honor.
My honor.
My honor.
My honor.
I've got so
We
much
love
honor.
Rinko.
Okay.
But my father took it from me.
Oh, no. No, he has a backstory. No.
I must get back my honor.
My honor must be...
I have to catch the avatar.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Who would even be
God.
the avatar
No.
in this world?
Me, of course.
Dude,
I mean, there's only one avatar. Look at him.
I am the storm.
I must capture the avatar.
I gotta go find a headset charger, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm on board with everything.
okay.
Wherever we're going, I'm on board with it. I'll be like a few
He's
minutes.
the last airbender.
Okay.
Look at him.
Do you bend water, fire boy?
If there's enough water around while I do firestorm stuff, yeah, it'll move.
Yeah, it'll move.
Yeah, move. Watch until he learns bloodbending and freaking turns you into a freaking cookie dough.
Yo, imagine doing blood bending.
Imagine making people into cookie dough. Mmm.
Alrighty, anyway. So, Allswitz lies before you.
Don't forget, my disguise is actually greater invisibility.
Okay. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
No disguise here. I'll just put a helmet on, I suppose.
Just a helmet on?
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you at the party?
Oh,
Sure,
yeah,
by the
where
fire.
is?
She's
Oh,
over
there she is.
Over there,
Far away for some
brooding.
I'm over there being a plant.
Plant.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Alright, so Allswitz lies before you. You guys have the ability to... Your mobility is high enough, and you have access to enough of it that you could pretty much go to any part of this of the settlement that you want. Allswitz is a coastal city that is tucked inside of a rather large pseudo jungle. It seems that many of the trees and the plant life here has been augmented and changed by the presence of the Maltosian technology. The growths are bulbousy and not unnatural, but almost stunted in a way. But still, this creates a sort of heavy stone and jungle presence in which the people of Ulswitz have forged a settlement out of. You're currently in the tar pits. You are also at the highest elevation point of Ulswitz, which is up on top of the mountain. And to kind of give you guys like a visual, do you guys know what a caldera is?
Yes.
Like the
We learned when we went to
Yes.
Dragonstar
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Underground
We
volcano.
went over this. Well, essentially, you are in the crater, and from that crater, the surrounding mountains were made by the crash of the ship that pierced through and is also now under the water as well. So it's stabbed through the earth, and then the back end of the ship, or the ship that made it, that survived the impact, is been grown up and over by the jungle, and the stonework that the crater had made has been used to repair and essentially build the settlement that you're on, to kind of give you a visual of what you're looking at here. So, to your immediate north are a series of crossroads in which you may use to access the rest of the settlement. So, how is the party going to be traveling? You have access to all sorts of methods, so I kind of need to know how you're rolling in.
Should we all just walk in at this point? Or do we want to get our menagerie? I mean,
there's always the option to take the menagerie to like an hour outside the city and then walk in from there.
yeah, I guess once we're in civilization, that's what I was hoping we could just be on foot and not bring attention to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Who's in disguise again? It's Maelie, Sera.
Sera looks like a human, yeah.
As a reminder,
Oh, okay.
Lu's disguise is greater invisibility.
Oh yeah. She's basically not there.
No, he's just kind of floating around, hanging
Oh,
off
okay.
Sera's shoulder.
Okay.
Sorry, Sataska, are we discussing this in or out of character?
Oh, sorry. I thought we were discussing outside of character as like a plan. Oh,
I think it's out right now, but we can jump in if you want.
No, that's fine. So the reminder we got from Trep is they didn't like outsiders, and it was Trep who recommended that we just fly over the sides and just land in, like a darker part of the city and pretend like we've been there the whole time.
Mm.
Well, because is there anything actually we want from the city itself, or are we just traversing through? Like,
I assume we're scoping it out.
Yeah,
like what? Scoping out the city?
we need to know where Beatorn's tower actually is. The assumption is that's inside the city walls, I should say.
Mhm.
And then Sierra wants to know, what's the word on the street about Dold? It's alarming to her that she has no idea where he is. Or it. And also shopping. You guys don't want to go shopping?
I don't know if they will take kindly to our ilk.
Sierra can just impersonate somebody there and do all the shopping for people.
Foreigners just get charged more, probably.
Extra.
Yeah, it's easy. It's the foreigner.
Foreigner tax.
We get the foreigner menu.
I'm also fine if you guys want to go through the front door. I think we just have to go through a series of social checks if we do.
I think we fly over if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the strat that we just disguise ourselves as, we've been here the whole time.
Okay. You guys ready to go in character?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the plan? Up and over?
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna put my 2 cents in and say that lying doesn't really make a good precedent for anything. If they find out we haven't been there all this time, like we said we have, it's gonna kind of undermine what we want to do. But I mean, if I get outvoted, it is what it is. You hear from the invisible.
Invisible space.
Mm.
Well,
Well,
I
there's
am
no
of the
hope
mind
that-
that. Excuse me. I am of the mind that we just try to get as close as possible and scope it out. Of course, not getting too close to be too noticeable.
It's important to remember what we are looking for exactly. And speaking of which, Sera, you saw what you believe to be Bitoran's place of refuge. Does it match what you see before you? Do you feel like we are in the correct place?
Could Sera pick out amongst the city skyline the big observation tower, the astronomy tower?
If you were to go up to the canopy, yeah, you'd be able to see it.
If we got closer, I could confirm, but my intuition is it's inside the city walls. Our tower.
Very well. Perhaps with this place in mind, we will know to go just directly there, yes? There's no need to spend time not needed within Auschwitz.
What do we actually know of Auschwitz? I only know from Trap that they don't like foreigners, outsiders.
Would Harvaris know anything about Auschwitz? Anything other than you described?
Give me a history check. Maybe we can figure.
Yeah, alright, yeah, maybe we can figure it out. I'm doing a history. I'm looking back in time.
So most of the settlements in Band have their own their own centralized culture because of the planet's size. They are pretty separate from each other, but there are still trade routes. There are still things that you've heard, and especially those that are out in the more nomadic plains and wastes that aren't in the settlements. From what you've heard of Auschwitz is that they do not like outsiders. The jungle that they live within is fairly flush with edible fruit and other such sources of food. And their coastal connection also means that they have access to resources and foods that other places just don't have. So it's a pretty self-sufficient settlement. What is odd, though, is that despite this, there have always been rumors that there is not enough food to eat.
Okay. As far as the don't like outsiders, is that just like non-Bandians, or is there a structure of gems here?
Both. The people of Auschwitz can tell when someone is not from their particular place because of the minute differences in the gems, their presented designs. Most notably, out of the gems, the most common ones within Auschwitz are onyx, emerald, onyx, emerald, some opal. So anyone else that are not one of those three would most likely be treated with suspicion.
I see. Okay. Horace kind of look around. As said, it would be best actually to keep any communications with these folk to none, if possible. No matter how we see it, the way that we look, we will be treated differently. Yes.
What do we intend to tell them when questioned? We should have a story ready.
it is a good idea. There is one thing. If the rumors are true, I have heard that Auschwitz seems to struggle to feed their own people. Perhaps we can say we are sent from Oasis to treat this.
Do you really think Oasis would just send a good-natured?
Sera.
At this point, wouldn't there be questions on why not before?
Very
I think
much
we
so.
would need. I think a trade would be better. What do we want from them?
Information.
Oh, I also I have a theme for you to play for
Mm.
this
Yeah.
for this settlement. So, go away while role playing.
Awesome.
Oh.
Perhaps. But if we plan to go directly to Beatorn, yes. Based on what you observe, Sera, is it unavoidable to speak with the gems?
I believe so. There is no way that I can teleport us inside that tower as it currently stands. And there are opals posted outside.
Well, if it is any gem that I can speak to, I believe it is Opal, but he'll be aware his gem once was. I might have had better sway before, but not so much anymore.
What is Auschwitz known for? Commodity-wise.
Food.
That's a good question. What is it?
It's food.
It's food. Yeah. It is
Specifically fruit.
the one fruit. Yeah. It is the one thing they struggle with. Yes, produce.
So if they're known for fruit, she'll steeple her fingers. It is probably other. I think she would know about nutrition because she has had many conversations with Moto. Carbohydrates, and macros, and they probably need either bread or meat, if not both. Is that something that would be feasible for Oasis to have on offer?
Perhaps. When you spoke of the Beatorn's Rasputa, there is onyx as well, yes?
Tax notes.
I think you said there was onyx.
No, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was everything, all the above. It
Okay.
was guarded by the 2 white opals I mentioned. And I also saw sapphires, some emeralds, and black onyx. There's some 20 people who are milling about.
If it is unavoidable, then we will need them to convince them that we must see Beatorn, yes?
Either that or a distraction.
Yes. Of all the statuses of the angel, what was did we know that Beatorn is corrupted? When I look in the notes for Beatorn, there's nothing noted like can converse, corrupted. When we're looking at the angels, we should know that, right? Yeah, there's no notes on it.
Beatorn's corrupted. Yeah.
Okay.
She's under the corrupted list.
I usually only called out. So those notes are from the Taladani master firm, Arist.
Yeah.
And I only called out the ones that weren't corrupted. It's one of those deny by default, allow by exception.
I see. Yeah.
I did pick up this handy spell where I could get us through any wall. But again, we'd have to have a distraction.
You could do this Good.
I think the basis of the question here is, do we wish to be stealthy? Or do we wish to go under a guise?
Being quiet is not my best attribute.
I'm pretty sure half of us are pretty noticeable.
No, I think. Looks around. Yes, no, probably that is an accurate assessment.
But I guess I could add an idea to the pot. Since you said that town has food insecurities, correct? Well, I can conjure food once every 24 hours, and I can purify food. So if they demand or ask what we're doing here, I could probably do a little trick and show them that we can provide a way of sustenance if that is a concern. Just an idea. But it's not a lot, mind you.
It's a good suggestion. Harvaris, do the Bandians, the locals here, are they able to... Well, the spellcasting normal here, I've only ever seen digital.
It is more or less, if the rumors are true, if they had such things, then there would be no rumors, yes? There would be no problem, so I would assume not. They struggle.
A potential angle.
Perhaps something we could do is we could scout. We have flying mounts, we could take a closer look around the city, much like we did with Dark and Light, and upon further information then make a decision. Or if we are impatient, we could make one now. I do not mind either approach.
I think, this could work.
I am also very stealthy, if need be. If we need to have a closer look at something.
It's, Estermania, would you find yourself, under this skill glance? Would you say that you could do such a thing? I do not want to put pressure on you.
I could, I suppose. Hiding part may be a little more difficult. The disguising bit a bit more difficult, maybe.
Rinko, can you speak up for me? I'm old.
Closer.
The disguise part may be a little more tricky, but the hiding part is fairly easy, although not fly.
Very good. Perhaps you would do better than I would last time. I feel I just am too jingly and loud.
Harvaris, one day I will teach you how to hide the bell. You silence the bell when you stalk.
One day.
You wear jingly things all the time so that people think you are not very stealthy, and then when the time comes, you silence the bell, and then you go in for the kill.
You silence the bell.
Well, we can start there if you wish. To scout, to gain information, and then make a decision, yes?
Sure.
I believe that's a sound idea.
Then who will go?
I would suggest Maelie with Moto and Estermania.
Very well.
She'll slither on over here and stand next to Caution and be secretly pleased she gets to spend more time hanging out with Caution.
I guess I'll make some lunch.
Oh, could I partake with you?
Sure.
He sits right next to Caution, his
Right.
stomach grumbly.
Caution's gonna start sizzling up some campfire biscuits.
Campfire biscuit.
Mm.
Mmm. carbohydrates.
Not me looking that up.
It's just
Yeah.
biscuits in a campfire.
I didn't know what it
cast-iron
was.
pan. Like,
Campfires make them better. Campfires make it better.
fire.
It looks so crumbly and.
Mhm. No, it's very good.
What do you
It's gotta
mean?
put
I
more
need some
butter.
water with this.
Oh no, her
Put all the
French
butter.
coming. Her French is coming out right now. Like that's what's
Oh
happening.
no!
Ooh, brother. Ooh.
Yep.
You need some butter.
Now,
with
this
Everything
is too
needs some
crumbly.
butter.
I prefer a croissant.
There's not enough of farine in the inside.
Oh,
Wouldn't that make
God.
you more crumbly?
Maybe.
This is not French at all.
Depends.
All right,
Their flour's a bit different.
who's going? All right, you're coming. Who else is going?
Maelie and Moto's going. Yeah.
Moto? Is it time for Moto?
It's time for Moto to hang out with the two ladies.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy.
Before they go, I'm gonna walk up to Estermania. This might come in handy for you. It was able to help me when we looked at Dark and Light. Hold out your arm. He'll hold his hand out.
Yeah, hold it out.
With one of your deck slots, he will attach the battle simulation deck. Basically, you can just make 3 martial checks on a creature within 1,000 feet.
Oh, this will be useful. Thanks.
Of course, thank you for putting yourself out there to. But what?
Hey, Harvaris.
What?
What about my deck slot?
Looks around for a deck slot.
Moto's tongue will be put out of his mouth and wiggle around in front of you.
He will look with no motion and will say, okay.
He doesn't have a deck slot, does he?
Shakes his head.
That's sad.
Nods.
Oh,
In the meantime,
Moto's. That's sad. Ugh.
we'll work on things. Thank you again, Estermania. Please be careful. Yes?
Yeah.
Of course.
Good luck, Maelie. I wave in a. I don't know where you are. I think you're over here, but I wave like over here.
Well, I guess it actually
Bye.
depends. Like, if we were
Hey, you're
waiting to
invisible.
get closer to town, I'd probably cast it then, so it would last longer.
Hey,
I wave
Maelie,
to you then.
Guess what?
What?
I can see you.
Yeah, I know. That's the point.
Yeah, it's really
Oh.
cool.
May your
Y'all
quest
wanna...
be successful.
Thanks, Seino. Y'all want to take Ayaza and get there faster?
Okay.
All right. And she'll summon him with her hand.
That's a good question. Where did I put that crack horse?
Horse.
We go look in the other folders. Where's the player list? Hello?
I miss
Oh, there we go.
Gallifrey.
Gallifrey does not miss any of you, so.
Oh.
What a
He's having a
dick.
good old time hanging out.
What a dick, yeah. Yeah, that's his fault.
We freed that! Oh wait, I was about to say something mean, never mind.
Yes, you freed him into immediate service that he did not want to do. You're the heroes of the story.
He could have said no.
Yeah, okay, demon.
Hey, she's the one who freed him. I don't want to hear it, DM.
Hey.
With money.
Yeah.
Yeah, chatter his teeth together. I may have. Don't unsummon me for a while.
Okay.
I gotta.
I'll see what I
stay
can
here
do.
Till the.
All right.
What are we doing?
We're gonna be traveling to Altwitz, and have you met Estermania? And Maelie will kind of step aside and
Holy
point.
shit. That's a person?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, she's with our group now, and we're gonna be taking her to see the town.
Ayazo will start sniffing your flowers.
oh dear.
That's a downer.
Be nice.
Oh,
Alright, get on
Doesn't
then.
it doesn't like me, does it?
Oh, well, not for the reason you think he doesn't like you. He actually likes you just fine.
Yeah, I'm riding on top of Ayaza's head. I'm a cow devil. Devil cow. Yeehaw.
So, y'all situated back there? You ridden a horse or anything like that before?
Bright Eyes materializes. That's where my token was. Goodbye.
Not often, not really.
Okay.
No. But
Well, hold on to my clothes then, because I'm a little hard to hold on to myself, so...
Also, could
Just-
you right-click your token?
Yeah, you won't be
okay,
underneath.
gotcha.
Unless you want Ayaza to sit on you.
No,
Damn.
he's too scary.
Moto will send a mental image to Sera of Estermania getting her flower hair eaten by Ayaza.
Seer will chortle out loud. That's seemingly nothing.
Oral? What the fuck does that mean?
Then Moto will send a BCA big boy sticker.
She'll send back a BCA scissors.
Excellent. Alright, let's go.
Let's do it.
Whee! Alright. So as you enter the main section of the settlement, you come across a crossroads. Ancient stone can be seen hidden amongst jungle reeds and coiling vegetation. Old waterways, still choked with salty seawater, can be seen churning and flowing through, down below into the waters over the coast. The presence of the ship can still be seen, vaguely hidden by moss and trees, but pieces of its metallic protrusions still emanating outwards in the jungle. Despite that, it seems that none of this is seen as a deterrent to the activities of the people of Altwitz. As you continue, you find yourselves in the crossroads. Okay, so we are in medium zoom right now. Each of these squares is 100 feet. Kind of give it. These are two main roads. They go up and over and down into the back. And back here, you can see that there is a larger stone structure that leads into other places with a staircase going down. You will also see that there are several black onyx guards in front of this one. Whilst you come up here, you will notice someone that kind of stands out from the others a little bit. That is... standing out because you can see that there are several pieces of equipment just strewn out over the street. A makeshift stand can be seen, along with the sign in Bandian, which reads spare parts. You will see this individual.
Oh, what a babe.
I know. Oh, the hair.
Yeah, I really like her hair too.
Oh,
Alright, what would you guys like to do?
So, as we would have been flying in, Maelie would have asked Estermania if she wanted to be invisible as well.
that would probably be best.
All right. Invisible to like everything, like digital as well, or just invisible to your regular eyes?
Maybe.
Because
Yeah,
I think
suppose
I can
this
only do like one at a time is the thing.
and perhaps invisible to normal sight because the locals would be the ones that are not taken likely to foreigners, so probably that one.
Alrighty. We'll have an hour, as long as you don't do something like, cast your own sort of magic or attack anything, right? And she will
Right.
cast invisibility probably at level 5 so that she can also get Moto and Ayaza included in that so that everyone's invisible.
Oh, good, because I thought you were going to make only you and Rinko invisible, and then there would just
Have
be
a-
a horse walking around. Like,
With a little hat. No, everyone's invisible.
okay. You have complete invisibility.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
Well, suppose we would perhaps want to investigate at a perimeter and maybe a closer look at this larger structure up in front of us would
Mm-hmm.
perhaps be a little closer. I do have the helmet equipped right now, so I should have better sight. We could just do a quick like perimeter check or something.
All right. You gonna be okay if we fly above the trees? You still gonna be able to see?
That might be a little difficult.
All right.
With all the cover the trees provide. Wait,
Okay. So we're going to just fly over the street, probably to the right, and just make sure we fly above people, above their heads.
Alright, so you're going to fly above the canopy?
I think that would be too far. We wouldn't be able to see as well. How tall is the canopy? Like,
That's basically what I'm getting at. It's if you go above the
Awesome.
tree line, you can't see anything. If you go underneath, you can, but you're flying through trees and stuff.
yeah, that's fine. We can
Do
fly.
we,
through
like-
trees.
it'll cause maybe. Is there some way we could could we make a stealth check to make move slowly and not rustle the trees so much as to make noise?
Sure.
Who
I'll
needs to
roll one.
roll that?
All of you.
Yeah, that's
Oh, so.
They roll Ayaza stealth.
Ayaza.
Well, it's time for Moto to roll his stealth.
I rolled it for him. He actually did pretty well. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm real quiet.
He'll angle his wings so it's aerodynamic.
Okay, so where would you like to go? The crossroads lie out before you. They have the central structure, but they also have an eastern and western tilt, and in the distance you can see more of the settlement.
I think it's fine if we do it like a maze where you stick to the right or the left and then you just go right forever until you get all the way around again.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's go down the eastern road.
Okay, you got it. Let's see, Eastern. Song. Okay. As you travel down the eastern road, eventually it opens up into a much larger and more open-spaced area. You can see that there are two distinct floors that seem to coincide and run perpendicular to each other. You can see that there are large openings leading into hovels, shops, and the entirety of the courtyards outside are filled to the brim with stalls and people. It's actually more people than you've seen throughout the rest of the city. The hustle and bustle and the sounds of exchanging ideas and goods lead you to believe that this is a market. And once more, we are in medium zoom. Everything here. These load times should be pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm loaded.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm loaded.
Make me perception checks.
Ah.
Okay. You will see that there is an individual in the center of the market who carries an air of authority. You can see that this individual bears the following gem markings. He bears onyx and emerald, a rare combination of gems. You see this guy.
Oh.
That is not a handsome man. Thumbs down.
They can't all be
Still
handsome.
looks cool. His
He's so
hands look kind of freaky
shiny.
to me.
Look at those,
They're very shiny.
those fingers, though. Look at him.
Yeah,
I
they're
hate
shiny.
it. Waymaker, you're disgusting.
What?
Whoa!
Thanks. I will take the credit for every character on band. Yes, thank you.
Oh my god.
This is just AI stuff.
I'm taking credit for them. I'm winning the war on AI my own way.
You said it was hot. That's why it's gross.
He's not. He's mine. I did it. It was
All
me.
yours.
You are going to Brazil. All right. Would you like to do anything? Let me know.
I'd like to sort of like try and actually I'll sort of turn to Maelie. Say, should we perhaps get a better look at him? He seems to have authority. Maybe try and see what sort of position he holds, what he's directing.
Yeah, we can get a little closer and then decide whether or not we want to go through that kind of tunnel-looking thing or down those stairs.
Alright. Or perhaps I could, if I can see him well enough from here, I'd like to incite him.
You'd like to incite him?
Yeah, kind of like, or I guess perception would be better for like seeing like if he's kind of like a crossing guard where he's like pointing and directing orders at people, or like what's he doing specifically?
Ah, I see. No, what he's doing is obvious. He's essentially a broker. You would think. it seems that he looks at different objects that he's brought, nods his head or shakes his head, gives them down to people. He seems to be taking in orders. He is... Well, you wouldn't know. His bouquet doesn't have... So... He seems to be inspecting goods.
It's quite odd. He just seems to be looking at the various goods he's given.
Well, some people do that. You know, they appraise them to see how much they're worth and whether or not they can sell them and make a profit and stuff.
Oh. Okay.
I find they're usually a little on the shady side. They take an extra cut for themselves, at least in my experience, but...
That's sad. Well, this area's... A lot of people here. It's a marketplace. Do you have any else? Unless you have any other ideas, I suppose we could move on from...
I say we stick to the path on the right, so probably the stairs to the southeast. You know, until we find an angel or something, we just keep going.
We are looking for Beathorn, right? Correct?
Well,
Or the other one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Were they two here?
Yeah, supposed to be.
So,
Oh, we're also supposed to be listening in to see if anyone's talking about the angels.
and there are a lot of people here. We could get closer. Try to hear in on their conversations. Although they're probably all trying to buy something.
Yeah.
Or maybe just a sad attempt at garnering information here. Oh. Moto has a directive.
Moto will nod.
Arcadum!
What? Yes,
Okay.
Moto will nod, and then we'll start to... He'll pull out a little spyglass, put it against his no eyes. Moto will send you images of different areas of collected wealth, most notably around this individual.
I'm looking for like a scale. Is he like fat cat rich and everyone else is little mice? Or is it more even?
It's more like fluctuation. The closest example I think I could really give is he's like a VC.
A voice chat.
I got you.
Yeah, venture capitalist.
I appreciate you speaking in my lingo.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else on this call would know what that is.
Let me explain it. So essentially, he is
Explain
a
to
center
us.
point of money that he carries money for other people to invest in things that are worth investing in order to increase everyone else's profits. But
He's an investor.
But it seems that he has an additional duty of inspecting goods. So it seems as if he has, well, two purposes here. But that's all you can really tell from this far away without interacting with it.
Sio would light up a little bit about a potential target. But she'd also ask Moto to share that with Maelie and Estermania. That's a super rich dude. That's an investor.
Moto will say, "That guy's got a lot of money. He's also inspecting all the goods. If you get me closer, I can read his mind."
Do you have to lick him for that?
I mean, yeah.
Ain't that gonna be weird since you're invisible?
Not if I look like bird poop.
Maelie just blinks.
What? I'm invisible too. What's he gonna do? Like, oh no, something licked me. Like, look at how sweaty he is. He probably won't even notice. Betty's gonna be salty too. Yeah.
Salty and uncomfortable.
What do you say, Estermania? You want to go closer and let Moto lick him?
I suppose we gotta.
This lady's a bummer.
I'm just cautious when I'm out.
No,
on
not
my
you.
own.
This floor.
Well, she's new. Give her time.
Yeah, all right,
And-
take
and
me
we'll
over to
nudge
that
Ayaza
sweaty man
forward.
so I can lick him. Do you comply with Moto's request?
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
nudge Ayaza forward. Try to slip in between people so we don't get bumped into. And then
Oh, poor,
we escape.
poor
Get out,
fella.
get out, 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 get out,
We go and we go down to the southeast.
get out, get out, get out.
He'll never know what hit him now. He left so quickly.
He tasted awful.
Uh-huh.
Also,
What'd you see in his mind?
he's what we thought he was. Yeah, there's nothing in there but numbers and percentages of success, and I had some thoughts about his daughter too. Yeah,
Okay.
wants
All
to
right.
take care of her. What an asshole. Ayaza will then suddenly stop. Oh my god, look at his eyes. Ayaza will
will
suddenly
look at-
stop. His sniffer starts to sniff.
All right.
And inside of this tunnel,
Ooh.
you can see several individuals just domed out, bent over, high as hell. Ayaza requests to go inside the drug tunnel.
Well, just don't wake any of them up. They're on a trip, you know.
Yes.
Okay. You want to go in the tunnel, Estermania?
I suppose if we to cover all our bases and look everywhere.
You hear a lot of
I doubt-
rumors in the underground.
I doubt Beatoid's down there though. He's supposed to be in a tower, isn't he?
No, we're probably gonna
I
find
don't
Dole if we
think
go down.
Beator's down the drug tunnel.
We might find Dole though, or at least hear some juicy rumors.
Dole. What do we know about Dole?
He delves.
Hmm.
I think Dole likes being underwater, but we don't know a lot. That's why we're here.
He delves.
He delves. So this your friend mentioned this place had a coastal border or coastal areas. Perhaps he's under the lakes somewhere. Might be worth checking out the deep places like this tunnel after all.
Exactly.
This sort of entrance. Oh no.
Come
Now
on,
there's a good excuse for it.
let's go.
Okay.
We go down the truck tunnel.
Sorry, I was muted. Into the drug tunnel we go! Wee! Alright. Ayaza goes into the tunnel of drugged-out Bandians until he gets to the end. Where there, he meets a very shady-looking individual. Okay. Oh. And this is the man you meet at the end of the tunnel. You meet this guy.
Yikes.
Look at that dude.
Oof.
He's sick, though. I'm not gonna lie.
He's very
Are that
cool.
containers of milk? No, they're just containers.
Yes, that's milk.
Yes,
Mhm.
milk.
Yeah,
Of the poppy.
totally milk.
Mel?
Alright, he
It's
doesn't
just a
see you,
man.
but you see that he's kind of whistling to himself, just... mixing canisters and pouring strange liquids into other strange liquids and mixing them.
Okay.
Ayaza's breathing heavily.
Maybe we'll think to Ayaza first. Breathe a little louder, because, we're invisible, not silenced. And then
Nice.
she'll try and think to Moto.
I mean,
Well, maybe. I don't have a lot of money.
kill it.
She'll think to Moto.
Okay.
Is this someone
As you think to Moto, kill him. He'll say the same thing.
Is this somebody you want to try and lick?
Moto hesitates. Uncharacteristically. No, I don't think I should. The last time I got drugged out of Sera got really mad.
Aha.
Granted, it's because I pissed all over spell books. I
What?
was trying to frame handsome,
Uh-huh.
but she caught me. Piss-handed.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
God, did you just... Ugh.
So
Sorry.
is there anyone awake in the tunnel, or are they all on
They're-
a trip?
Not asleep,
Uh-huh.
but they're, not really awake either.
All right. So, Maelie will think to the group. Definitely a place for future consideration. We might find some information from this guy, but maybe when we can actually talk to him.
Ayaza
Not
starts
right now.
Ayaza starts to shake. That means we'll never be here again. Please.
Well-
Please. Caution will respond and say, what you're describing ain't good at all. It's, well, there are some people that, well, they're called BTLs.
She's in her human form, so she doesn't have any eyebrows. So instead, her forehead just wrinkles up. BTLs, what is that?
So BTLs are, oh, how to explain that? It's, well, the metals of my home possess within them instinct. That's what the Smiths say. The Shapers. Some Shapers have taken the propensity of mixing that with various, well, opioids. When mixed properly and when a master is at the helm, these BTLs, or as they're known in the common tongue, better-than-life injections, cause an individual to experience a new life, one that is much better than theirs. It is very addictive. soul-consuming, I'd say. Many that get started don't ever return.
Sera schools her face to stay unresponsive at soul-consuming phrase. And these, she'll do little air quotes. These highs, how long do they last?
Depends on the potency of the BTL. I've seen it a few times last a few days, but I've heard that there are some that can last months, even a year.
Wow. Do you have like an average price? How much would they be running for?
There's a heavy amount of caution to Caution's next words as he says, well, the first one's free. So
She'll nod more to herself, I think. I understand. An eternal customer. I'll relay it back to, are your, do you happen to know in Auschwitz, do they just sell these openly? That's what it seems.
I don't know how it works in Auschwitz, but Oasis, the Black Onyx, would never allow sold in open. Certainly not to that many people.
How many people are in that tunnel, drugged out of their mind?
Dozens.
Dozens, okay. It's only just an alleyway away from the central hub of the market. By my count, there's at least 20, 30 people just... Well, I'll let Maelie know that, probably not best for Ayaza. Thank you, Caution.
He'll nod and go back to sizzling up his bacon.
Via Moto, she'll share with Maelie that, if Ayaza gets a hold of that, he might not come back. Not the same Ayaza she knows.
Moto will repeat that, and then when Ayaza hears that, his entire body will tense like a warrior about to strike. Finally, a worthy opponent.
Well, I kind of need
Please.
you around.
I need this. I will test
maybe-
the potency of this eternal drug.
How about as a reward for a job well done once we finish everything we need to on band, and then yeah. But I kind of like having you around, you know. That's why I made a deal with you.
Alright, persuasion check. Must convince Ayaza not to walk the path of his destiny. Damn it.
Please.
Slams table. Damn it.
His one weakness, mainly is hard.
Ayaza begins to shake violently, his hooves scraping at the ground. Fine. Let's go then.
All right. We'll be back probably for a job well done, and she'll nudge him onwards, and we'll go southeast now.
Get me away from the tunnel then. I know not how long I can hold it.
All right, so we go. You're the one moving your own legs. Come on.
He flies down there. You do not deny me my destiny.
I'm real proud of you for putting your destiny off until our job is completed.
I face that in that tunnel. Finally. Truth.
Later, once we're done with the angels and, you know, our mutual acquaintance.
There must be something. He's defeat. One push! It's like this is perfect. Like I just like I'll speak here and then I'll do my eye there and then there.
Yeah.
As we fly upside down, Maelie's just totally at home. How you doing, Estermania?
She's just her
Let me
eyes
guess,
are just
sad?
watering.
Yeah.
Her eyes are just watering.
Where did you get this one?
How are you so sad? This is fun.
I prefer the one with the breasts, honestly.
Might give us a.
Oh, you mean Effie? Okay, I was thinking which one.
Yeah, obviously. But which one did you think I meant?
Well, there's several of us who have breasts, but anyway, let's go.
What?
What?
Huh?
Okay. But there are several of us that do. Huh? Where? I don't see any. Good times. Okay. Where would you like to go next? Follow this path? Cool.
Yeah, whatever is southeast.
Get him away from the drug tunnel.
Yeah. Flee.
You denied him destiny. So we'll remember this.
Oh my goodness, I convinced him to do it later.
Yes. Later.
That's not denial entirely. That's just later.
This is when the icon pops up in the corner of the game and the game starts to save itself.
It starts to save.
Ayana will remember this.
It starts saving menacingly.
Temporary denial is still denial, Essie.
Maelie will start thinking sad thoughts about how she's denied being by her husband's side for the same job.
Oh, sadness. Num 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 num.
I noticed yours. Something on your mind.
Yeah, but we've got a job to do. And
Yeah.
come on, let's keep going.
All right. Eventually, you follow this path. You go through several residential areas, which are just lines of stone arches that people have made makeshift homes out of by either patching it up or just simply claiming a space of their own. The open air and almost jovial sense that you get from the people here lead you to believe that, well, this place does have a very distinct harmony to it. And perhaps their disdain of outsiders is to ensure that this harmony is not lost.
So it's the harmony of a happy life, not the harmony that literally everyone is on year-long lasting drugs.
I mean, it could be both. Don't judge.
Just trying to gather information.
Yeah, you're definitely not in a position to judge either, by the way. Look at your horse. Okay, here we go. Eventually, however, the residential areas turn away and you find yourself within a area of the settlement filled with beautiful gardens, blooming flowers, fruit orchards, all sorts of things. And you can see that there are several noticeable gems that kind of stand out. There are white opals. There are a few topaz. And they are moving throughout the area, gathering fruit, tending to the trees. Or some are simply enjoying the sun and the smells of the garden. There is one individual that you see that kind of stands out. Up to this point, you haven't really seen any evidence of any sort of religion or worship as you have been exposed to by Harvaris and Mulu. observing the seraphs and also observing the faith demonstrated in Oasis, here you have not seen any of it. Except this instance. As you look down, you can see that there is an individual seated on a field of grass and flowers. And you can see that several of the people nearby seem to come, kneel before them, exchange words, and then they get up to leave. This person stands out because they are covered in a rare gem that you have not seen before. At least I don't think you guys have seen before on. Remember, we're still in meeting, but you will see down here in this clearing this individual.
Oh.
On her forehead, you can see that there is the shape of an amethyst, and she pulses with a concerning light.
Okay. What sort of concerning light?
Purple.
So, what would we roll to see if it's safe to go down and listen to what she's saying with the other people coming up to her?
There's no roll you can make to know that.
Cool. Well, Maelie will think to Estermania. Well, that one probably not the safest person to be around, but also probably looks kind of like what Harvaris and Mulu might be, seraphs, you know? So if anyone knew about the angels, she probably would.
So there's a lead here then. But you said she's dangerous? Why is that?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen that gem before, so I don't know what it means. I feel like Harvaris might have told me once, but I don't remember. And I think she's glowing. Not always a good sign.
Out of character for a second. Books?
Hey, bud.
The martial check thing you gave me, does that only work on angels?
I don't. Here, I'll read it. I don't think so. So the battle simulation allows for martial checks on a creature that you are within 1,000 feet of. You are limited to 3 martial checks per creature done in this way. This does not function if the creature is protected from divination or if there is insufficient digital presence where you are.
And she'll say to Maelie, well, Harvaris gave me this sort of device that could help us glean more about if she's approachable, but it might not work if she has some sort of protections against divinations.
If she does have those sorts of protections, she's gonna know if we try and look at her that way, you know?
Exactly.
Well, you're the one who's carrying the deck, so I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to risk it. Otherwise, we can just keep moving on.
How far away is this lady? Arcadum?
From where their current position is, like,
Yeah.
about 500 feet or so.
Okay, hang on. Amethyst. Lords of Chance.
The unseen lords.
Well, all Sera can. Ooh, I'm sorry, I don't know my head Maelie. All Sera can really do is she'll do an old Arcana check on this guy or girl. Scoping out the amethyst lady. Clearly looks digital, but what's this aura she has about her?
Alrighty. As you take a closer look, you can see that there are definitely waves of magic flowing outwards from this lady. The aura around her reads of heavy divination. Oddly enough, there's actually very little digital presence on her.
She'd share it with the class.
Oh dear, so that works completely against the purpose of this device.
Yeah. I guess we shouldn't risk it.
Hmm. So I wonder why the people approach her this way. Perhaps she's a seer of sorts, and they revere her. They seem to respect her a lot. The way they approach her, or bow and leave.
Arcadum, what is the radius of her light? Like, how far out does it go?
Just around her, and only whenever she seems to be speaking with people. The approach to her almost seems ritualistic.
Well, we could get closer physically if you don't want to try your deck, or we can just go on to something else.
Hmm.
Sera will ask them to eavesdrop.
Perhaps we could observe an interaction between her and someone who approaches her and see what comes of it. We could eavesdrop, as he put it.
All right.
That's not a nice way of putting it, though.
Well, but it does describe what we're doing. Moto, did your when you looked at her, did you find out like if there were any magical traps or anything around her? Something we're gonna accidentally walk into?
Not that I can see.
All right. Let's get a little closer then and try to listen in.
Yeah, we do that.
Are we muted?
I don't know. What do we overhear?
Oh
I
my
was
god,
just
I was
waiting, I
muted that
think.
whole time. God damn.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry, that's my bad. As you approach, what you will see before you, so one of the individuals approach her, prostrating themselves, bowing down until eventually they get before her completely and prostrate all the way, forehead to the ground, hands outstretched. However, the woman takes their hands, lifts them from the ground, and looks them square in the eye, and then says, whispers softly to them. The person seems to whisper a question, difficult to hear from the distance you are at. You will see a flash of light against her gem, and you can feel, those of you with magic, and feel the aura of divination kind of swirl around them. You will see that the maiden whispers to the individual, whose eyes will take on a more steely resolve and then nod. They will prostrate themselves again and then exit, and that is the entire ritual.
All right. Where does the road lead from the gardens?
Out of sight.
Okay, we'll take the road that leads out of sight. And Maelie will think to the companions. Well, all right. Seems like they're getting probably a reading of their future or something. From what I could gather.
Nods. Seems she is a sort of seer after all. Given the large presence of the market not so far away, it was a little interesting to see that she didn't really take any coin.
True.
That's nice of her.
Well, she's probably supported through other means, whether it's government or rank. They kind of have a caste system here, you know? So she might just get everything for free if she's high enough up.
She ponders that. The system here, political and economical systems here, are really a lot different than what I'm used to. But
At this point, you will notice something. The woman is staring directly in your direction.
Maelie will nod her invisible hat, you know, and kind of give a little wave, and then kick Ayaza forward a little faster.
Ayaza will move forward a little bit. And then Ayaza
I have
Go ahead.
could I have incited if there was like hostile intent in that like gaze?
Sure.
Or if they were just like surprised to see someone.
You sense no ill intent, nor even any surprise. In fact, it seems as if the woman is expecting you.
Oh.
Sera will use Moto to nudge Maelie. Go talk to her.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. I guess we'll go talk to her.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll turn Ayaza around.
All right, he'll turn around. Okay.
Once we get a proper distance away, Maelie will dismount and do the motions that she saw everyone else doing. Because obviously this person can see her while she's invisible, so that doesn't matter.
All right, so you approach her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As you begin to do the ritual, she will raise a hand, shake her head softly, will gesture before her.
Okay. Maelie will just politely sit.
And as you approach, hold on. As you take a seat before her, the woman will speak softly. You hide from sight, a wayfarer rare. I sensed your flight, your presence in air. Say your name. I have felt its glow. Your weight is more than others know. Brave the dark while courage flows.
My name is Maelie Wildglen.
You will see the woman nod as if she already knew your name, but simply wished to confirm. She will then kind of shift in her presence. Then she will say, "Speak your words, let them be known. And perhaps your path is yet to be shown."
Maelie will sit silently for a moment, pondering exactly what to say. What's the best way to proceed with helping the people of Band? By helping with the angels.
The woman takes a moment. Before responding, you can see flashes of light through her gem. She will respond, "Band is frayed, its deities braid, their leader dismayed, the child delayed." And then she will continue, "I am she who sees the unseen. I've glimpsed your fate where dreams convene. A violet child by fate misled, by a broken god, hope has fled."
Maelie nods. We're here to help him too.
The woman, after after a few moments, she will say, "To lend a hand, it's tough, it's true. Each road is hard to view, with both disaster and triumph, a guise they construe."
I'm sorry, miss. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I don't know how much you expect me to ask of you. I have several questions, but I don't want to waste your time on something that's unimportant.
Her face will furrow, a flash of anger in her eyes.
Could you help us understand more about Dold and Beatorn here in the city so that we can proceed towards our goal?
She will take a long moment, and then she will speak. "Of thee, there are two paths, see. Blood and death, peace and harmony. Of either, unknown even to thee. You seek the stars to know their path. Silence the navigator. Seek the deep. Delve below, where the water doesn't flow. Each place and each path Are you ready for what is to pass? And with that, she will hold out her hand. Energy will begin to flow through it.
Maelie will nod, say, well, ready as I'll ever be. And we'll hold her hand.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, so what you feel before you is a flash of divination. You can see hundreds of paths unveil before you. As an unseen lord, this woman possesses within her a terrible power of divination to provide where once there is mystery, the binding of fact and fortune. So, this advanced divination allows you to ask to propose an action, and I will tell you its percentage chance of success.
How many of these am I allowed to ask?
Probably 3.
3.
I think would be safe.
Am I allowed to confer with the team?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's up, baby?
What's up?
Oh, out of character.
Yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Out of
Lord.
The MMA stands for main character.
Aw.
You guys. So, what do we think we should ask? I mean, I have a bunch of questions I could ask forever, but we only get 3. I think a fun question would be whether or not it's okay to skip some of the angels and do just what Vizen's plan was, like ask a question around that. Will Vizen's plan of purification for the rest of the angels, including Hades, work?
I like that, personally.
I think
I like
that's a
that, yeah.
viable question. Yeah.
That was a question on my mind. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right, let's write these down somewhere so I don't forget. All right. What's a second question y'all want to have answered?
I want to know about the probability of this sector holding out against the northern sector, the enemy.
Interesting.
because I highly believe that our actions in this campaign are going to have a direct impact on that.
That is a big lore question. Far-flung future. One of my stupid questions is, will Folly want to sit down for a picnic with me?
I was about to say, one of the questions I was thinking is if Folly still existing in this realm, or should I say if we have to kill him or let him live, is that still viable? Or his dismissal, I'm trying to be nice, would be better.
Dismissal, aka death.
His void of this realm.
I think it's a very valid question, Essie. If you want to ask her what's the probability that Folly will have a civil conversation with us.
Yeah.
And
We'll be open for diplomacy.
open for diplomacy and potentially open to remaining in the world. But something like that.
Well, you have to ask one question.
Yeah, you can't fit two together. So which one is more important? Open for diplomacy or
I've latched on to... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I latched on to one of her opening stanzas is the child was delayed. The child is Folly.
Mm-hmm.
Folly was delayed, so he was supposed to be here earlier.
Yep.
And my assumption is the reason he was delayed was the navigators, the quote, the enemy, intercepted him. That's my assumption anyway.
Possible.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about that. I want to know about... So the whole point of colonizing all these different planets was to get more mana. I should rephrase that. From what we've been told about by usually Taladani people, the whole purpose of colonizing these other planets was to get more mana back to Maltos because Maltos was falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it for something more?
But these are just percentage-based, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
percentage-based.
they're just percentages.
So I could see a question formed around what is the likelihood that Folly completes his original mission?
Objective, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what that original objective is, but you could try asking something around that.
A lot of previous party speculation was the original objective was something to do with the Violet Circle. Something.
Yeah,
Like ask about his progress, and like seeing how far in his progress he currently is.
But
yeah, the probability of completing it.
Maelie doesn't feel that that's an important question right now because she doesn't believe he's on the same track. She thinks it's all been fixed.
Nice.
So
you could instead, if it's around Folly, I think his name was Hargroove, the Taladani guildmaster on Arist. He talked about why Folly is on band. His theory is Folly's on band to unlock his angel powers.
But,
so you could also come at it from that perspective of what's the probability that...
Talking to the angel on the Academy planet, whose name I just totally forgot.
The Vulcus one, yeah.
Yeah, he said that Folly didn't have an angelic registry. Like, he didn't have...
Because he wants to become one. He's not registered because he was not made. At least that's my interpretation.
You could ask the probability of Folly having a soul. I think any of it's viable, Essie.
Yeah, there's just so much about Folly that could be asked.
Well, why don't you start with just one question, because that might change the other two.
Correct.
Good idea.
Okay. So Maelie would take her first question and ask, will Vezin's plan for purification of the rest of the angels, including Hades, work?
There is a flash of light. %32%.
Ugh.
Interesting.
Chance.
That's not bad.
That is not good.
It's not zero.
That's
Well,
70%
you have to-
of us having to do it ourselves anyways.
You have to put it in perspective. How likely is it that we succeed on our quest?
Oh.
Well, divination magic is always off of the exact current parameters of right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask a scary question like, how likely is it that we succeed? That's terrifying.
Then don't. You are there. We're not.
I mean, it would give us perspective of our progress.
No, we're the heroes. We have to believe that we're just going to do it. All right, we'll go on to the second question and ask, what's the likelihood in the future of this sector holding out against the northern sector?
Say again?
What is the likelihood of this sector holding out against the northern sector?
%62%.
All right, that's a lot better.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad, actually.
What was the first one? 32%?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
32%, 62%.
All right, one final question.
Something about folly.
Well, we could also swing it around on the actual edge of Twilight. Because there's the I've glimpsed your fate where dreams convene. To me, that was a reference to the dream, to the astral space.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to frame that as a question for probability. What's the probability the edge of Twilight and Folly are related?
I suppose you could always ask something silly, like, what's the probability of Folly being needed in the fight against the Edge at the edge of Twilight? But kind of specific.
Well, we know, because I was like, what if we do the probability of Follies being sought by other sectors? Where do we know that's 100%? So I don't think we have to ask that.
I still like the one with the diplomacy question. Like how conversible is Folly? Point now.
I don't know if we even really need to do that, because we've already mostly made up our mind we're going to go try to talk to him.
Yeah, like Maelie's 100% set in that.
Yeah, so it's
whether or not he's open to it.
It's kind of a moot question. If we could ask in a different way of like how could we better our chances, but that's not a probability question.
Is he seducible? Chance.
Can we flirt with him?
Did you just say okay?
Yes. Rinko did.
What if
Would
we did
Hades
something
be
of-
okay with us hanging around. Oh no.
What if we did something of what's the probability other entities like Folly exist?
Ooh,
Oh.
I like that one.
Hmm.
Because we have assumed Folly is the only one of its kind. But we don't know that.
There was some. She also mentioned something about a broken god. Do we know what that is?
I've
Something about that.
assumed that's Taladon. Because
Mhm.
his powers are like those. It rivaled the deities of the sector.
Ah. Yeah, he's
Question
just like
would confirm.
souls in pieces, right?
It's either Taladon or it's Hades, because Hades is seen as a deity on Band. He's in the list of deities that we got from the lectern. And if he's broken and misleading Folly,
I don't think it's Hades though, because the power scaling of the angels, Hades was little fish. Like his power level was
Hades?
even lower than the Vulcus angel we talked to.
that's true.
Hades and Folly were talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
Mm-hmm.
They were seen chatting it up, doing stuff together.
It depends how you see God. This is a bandy. The angels are gods to them. So for her to say that by a broken god, it would be accurate from a bandy.
But she also sees everything.
Well, I mean, did Taladon mislead Folly?
Could have.
Could have. It's a piece of.
I also don't know
That's-
if it matters much on who that actual broken god is, not for this question.
Right, not the. I think your question before Lolly was good. It confirms actually. It could confirm.
So that would be net new knowledge, because we'll either get 0%, we know Folly is truly unique, or if it's anything other than 0, that's a huge piece of knowledge we just gained.
Definitely.
There was what we learned on the Twilight Station, that there were other colors also in prison, sort of, something like that.
Yeah, they were also locked in there.
Yeah.
but the station, Nara, like that got obliviated, right?
Yeah.
Folly. So
yeah,
I guess
he
they
did.
wouldn't be around anymore unless one of them
I
was
s-
like somehow locked somewhere else or tied somewhere
Well,
else.
he
I don't
was
know.
in a other space, like an other interdimensional
plane,
space,
yeah.
so or a plane. So they may still be there, but just not easily accessible.
We also don't really know if he broke them out first. He let us go. He might have let them go and just killed the navigator.
Maybe.
That's true. We know they existed, but we don't, or they could have existed. Maybe you ask if they still exist now. What's the probability of that?
Okay, so we're leaning more towards the probability of other entities like Folly existing rather than how open is he to working for the side of good.
I think
Yeah.
Is he
how open
hungry?
he is to talking to us that's up to us, and the current probability is probably going to actually be a little low. It'll be
Mhm.
higher than what it was when we started.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I see that as our whole mission, so it doesn't really matter what that probability is. It could be 2%, we'd still set out and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Sure. So, for the third and final question, Maelie will ask, what's the probability of other entities like Folly existing?
Okay, ask that one more time. Sorry, I'm trying to formulate it in my head.
Mm-hmm. What is the probability of
Hmm.
other entities like Folly existing?
Like, 77%.
Wow.
Oh,
God.
That is a big
juicy.
I heard people start making ape noises in the background.
You said it. You said it.
A number.
Ah, yes, FLEs, folly-like entities.
Just when we thought we were special, you guys. We're not special. It's actually all the other campaigns he runs are all going after also follies.
All right. Well, those are my 3 questions.
And with
Clap.
that,
Good questions.
the light will begin to fade from the creature. You will see that her body looks more relaxed, as if she has just passed a great weight.
Maelie will nod. Well, thank you for your time and your answers.
She will nod. Did you type out those questions anywhere?
Yeah, they're in the embedded of the voice chat. You want me to put them in notes?
Yeah, put them in notes for me.
Okay.
For my own records.
Okay.
Big questions.
Big questions.
Our campaign is now old enough for the big boy questions.
That's true. Dun,
Um,
dun, 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 dun.
So, Maelie will nod and start to stand up. Does the creature try to stop her?
No.
All right. She will get back on Ayaza. Maybe we'll see you around. Have a good rest of your day.
Alrighty.
And then she thinks to Moto and Sera, did you get all that?
Yeah.
Good.
Sera says just a single word. Wow.
Mm.
Moto will then play the recording of Sera saying, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. She'll relay it out loud to the people who are around her back at camp.
I should just say, wow.
No, not that. she'll do the questions and the responses to the rest of the crew. So that they can also sit there in stunned silence.
Wow.
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 Even more of them.
Yep.
My name's Books, and I
Seino will
approve this
just sit
message.
there. This is certainly new information. And he will ponder.
Hey guys, I'm Books. I'm
Now
really
Luka
glad this
tries-
is shitty combat.
I don't think I've ever heard Burks complain about
Bitch.
combat.
I have!
You have?
Yeah!
Really?
One time!
What was your problem, Books?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What was it, Arcadum? Did you just lie to us, Arcadum?
No, he did. It's a joke.
Well, what was
It's a
it?
joke. Yeah, it's a joke that I don't even get.
I don't get it. I didn't.
I think he lied to us, Books.
Man, I
Guys,
hate
it's
writing all these notes for all this lore. This is terrible.
I hate this.
Terrible.
It's a little stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright, as you follow it to the east, would you like to continue on the path? Go back? What's your plan?
How much longer do we have on that hour of invisibility?
It's probably getting close to being over with.
And we still haven't made a lot of headway on the angels. Maelie will relay back to Sera. Hey, do y'all want us to, try again? I could refresh the invisibility when it runs out, and we can keep going through the city for another hour. Or, do you want us to return?
Look for the tower. Find the direct path to the tower.
Alright.
Does Sera relay this?
Sorry, what'd you say, Rainzz?
Does Sera relay that they haven't found a sign of the tower yet and trying further?
She wouldn't yet. She just would wait to see if what Bailey's going to do next.
Okay.
How much longer exactly on the invisibility would I have? Because, if it's going to run out in 5 minutes before we find the tower through our mad dash through the city, she'd go into an alleyway and wait to reappear and then whoop, invisibility a second time. But if it's still got I don't know, a little while, probably take to the skies as close as she could or rush down the streets.
Well, I mean, are you looking for the observatory tower or another tower?
Beator's tower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, you know where that is. You can see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
It is a tower, so it's not difficult to find. So you can just rush there. It's fine.
Okay, we're gonna rush there
Whee!
and find the path through the city that gets us there the fastest.
Okay.
God, can't wait to see him.
Soon.
The townsfolk might be okay if we just kind of stroll and keep to ourselves. Maybe.
Okay, let me know if you are loaded.
We're loaded.
Oh,
Loaded.
you're loaded.
Those load times, though.
Every time I see this, I think of that Christmas arena where I got absolutely shit on.
Christmas?
I remember.
Wait, Christmas?
Did you know that Germans hate Christmas?
Oh my god, this
believe
again!
My heart. So
I'm just allergic to jolly things, I guess.
Maelie would nudge Estermania and say, "Hey, if you want to use your deck now, that might work best. I think that's what Harvaris has used it before, is finding out information about the angels. But of course, same thing. If the angel knows you're trying to look at it, well, it's gonna know we're right here on its doorstep."
Ooh! I gotta do shit. Hang on, let me double check.
I
Ooh!
thought you said you had to shit. And I was
I actually
like,
took a shit
okay.
earlier today. That was phenomenal.
Oh my god.
Yes! Same plane of existence. I can do this. I would like to cast Arcane Eye through Moto.
Okay. Good job, you did it.
Goody. I want to try to squeeze into this tower somehow. With my little eyeball.
Can y'all just fly to the top and try to look down and in?
I
Ah,
feel
that
like
Is it open?
I feel like there were magical wards in place.
Oh, right.
You can try and look.
Is it digital and magical?
Yes.
Hmm.
It
Well-
prevented teleportation, but I don't know if it prevents flying. I'm just worried that my invisibility will disappear if I get in the wrong circle.
Well, as you're kind of observing the observatory and wondering what to do next. Thank you for the giggle. you will see that the front doors open.
Ooh, good.
Oh,
Oh,
Zoom that eyeball in there.
Hold on.
Just walk in, Maelie. You want to just walk inside?
Don't
floating eyeball. Maelie doesn't have to do
you
anything.
Doors
want to
open.
simply go inside.
I wonder what my arcane eye would look like. Will you come up with an arcane? What would her creepy eyeball look like?
I think her arcane eye is Albert's face.
Albert.
Yes.
Nice.
Stop petting the not there goat.
No.
That is so cute.
But it's adorable.
There's a goat. Where's
So-
the
Touching
goat?
its beehive.
Yeah,
Slams
it's
fist
it's right
onto the
here.
table. Stop petting the
So
goat.
fluffy.
Anyway,
She's sniffed his flowers.
Like the
Anyway.
snake.
anyway, the door opens and you see this individual walk out.
Better be the goat.
It is not the goat.
Oh,
Oh.
he's
It
It's
looks
the
also
like
other
a goat,
guy's
though.
dad.
he's also
The old
weirdly
man.
wet.
Yeah, the other guy's dad.
Okay, he comes out and he's just smoking a cigarette.
Good.
Alright, so you. Alright, so you go inside. Now I need to think about this, so let's work. Arcane Eye.
I want to put emphasis on the underwear that's hanging here.
Where?
Up here.
Oh, the laundry, of course.
Oh, underwear.
Did you see the second goat on the mountainside?
Stop looking at goats! They're not there!
Sorry.
The amount of
Cute.
the amount of patches on this underwear is concerning.
Is the underwear there?
No,
I thought they were dogs.
Just throw them away. Just get new underwear.
I thought they were polka dots. The really large ones.
Boom.
some big ass
Down
polka
low.
dots.
Just big old hearts. Yeah.
Ah, man, if only I could do clairvoyance. I can't see this place.
Hey, where'd you get the bat fur for that spell?
Hey, where'd you get the bat for bat? Bat. Bat me up.
Damn it.
Don't leave me hanging. Bat me up.
Oh my god.
Luke just doesn't laugh at any of my jokes, dude. I think he just doesn't like me.
I think you made fun of his giggle too much. Now he's giggle shy.
Yeah, now I just mute and laugh every time. F you.
No.
F you. F you.
Why does this look like the Wario W?
Why does it look like Wumbo?
That's guys. That's W for Weast. North.
Mm.
Weast. Now, what really
Right.
concerns me is the Pokeballs. Yeah.
Uh-huh,
This is a Pokemon gym. We're gonna have a Pokemon gym battle.
Oh, let's do it. I bet all of my
Yeah.
buddies are better than her buddies.
I bet you steel type. That's a steel type gym.
Right. Yeah. It's a Porygon.
Yeah.
I love that their
That's a
index
normal
is
type.
the badge you get.
There is nothing
you
normal
won.
about a Porygon.
I mean, that's true, but could be like Metagross in there.
Yeah, sure. That's
Angels are definitely metal psychic. That's just,
I mean,
he's not wrong.
if I would need to give them a Pokemon typing, that would be it.
One moment, please.
What type is the god Pokemon again? Arceus?
Normal.
It's just normal.
Yeah, but he can
Fangs
wear
fist
like
on table.
Yeah, but he can wear like special plates that change his typing.
That's really dumb.
Mm.
It is.
Man. I hate all new things in Pokemon. I'm an old Pokemon man.
I hate
You
all
watch
new
Pokemon.
things.
Anything
There's
new.
new Pokemon.
Dude.
Old man shakes fist at Cloud. That's me.
I hate all new things.
You don't
There's
exist. God,
151.
strike me down if you need to.
There's
I didn't know you were a
151, and Bulbasaur is the first Pokemon. Slams fist.
Actually, Rhydon was the first Pokemon ever created.
Shut up, Rainzz. That's extra lore. That's more. Oh man.
You guys.
Look, Kabuto is the oldest fossil, so technically he would be the oldest Pokemon.
Well, technically speaking, the God Pokemon was the first one.
No, he didn't exist back in my day. Back in my day, there were no Pokemon gods.
I wonder how Viator feels about this.
Arcadum, please! Please make a decision, I'm dying!
Okay, I'm sorry. Just trying to get
Tell
it
us
to
about Viator,
load right.
please.
After my road noises, I think I want my arcane eye to be like one of those little race cars. Hot Wheels.
You could make it a Pokeball.
No, I'm gonna make it a Hot Wheel.
You move it around by making race car sounds.
You put 2 fingers on it and
Yes.
start drifting on the
Unreal.
rails.
Untitled
Yeah,
77.
it like there's like spiritual Hot Wheel like rails that build beneath it, so it travels
Man.
around.
I was watching this great video this morning of somebody who took like one of those heavy-duty RC cars to a dog park, and it's just like 50 dogs chasing this car around. It was so cute.
Yo, it's so funny.
That's
watching
amazing.
that.
It was super
It's
great.
really fun to watch.
That was a great idea.
They
All
just
right.
chase.
It's a pro
Okay,
strategy.
I
Get
am
dogs.
ready. Sorry.
It's
Alright.
time.
Yeah, it's time. Sorry. So as so I will be using Moto as your
Okay.
arcane eye for now.
Skirt!
All right, and you go inside and sift through the back end. As you do, witnessing it through Sera's senses through it, you can feel your whole body sort of like drop. Your stomach goes up into your chest as you feel the arcane eye tumble forward through an extra dimensional space.
Oh shit. Sick.
And you will find yourself here.
She'll reach out in person and hold on to her hot non-boyfriend caution.
Ah, yes. Good. Just, okay, now. Okay. And then as you come out the other side, you find yourself Navigator's Row.
You're in.
99.
Yeah, I'm loading.
99.
I don't know what I was expecting, but another dimension was not it. That's so cool.
That's interesting.
Sick.
Damn!
Whoa!
Oh,
the
yeah.
fire!
It
This is
loaded. Oh my
insane.
gosh, that is a very sick looking map.
This looks sick.
Oh, that is crazy.
That
Okay,
looks like
computer,
a
don't
dream.
die on me.
Where's my observatory?
That's where your arcane eye is now.
Yeah, wowzies. So am I upside down on the roof? Like, is gravity different?
No, you feel like you're very high up.
Ah!
Winky face.
Looks around. Can I do a perception?
Sure thing.
Do I roll with Sera stats?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on, let me bring up her sheet. It's bringing me up motos. There we go. Perception. 11. Just looking around.
Well, you can recognize the edge of the astral sea. Right on the edge from when the air, from the plane of air, becomes the astral sea. You know, the stratosphere.
Oh.
You know, when right before you go into space. That's where you are, basically.
Oh, God.
Not the edge
That
of
makes
Twilight.
sense.
No, not everything is your campaign name.
Look, man, you only gave us 2 references. I
What,
have
am
to add.
I'm not a hack, okay? I'm not just gonna constantly. Oh, the
I
edge
need
of Twilight.
I need some gimmicks.
We might be high up, but not that high.
All right, so turning around here, peering behind, at all these talismans. I'm gonna roll an Arcana on these. Are these keep outs? That was her assumption.
So what you see as you walk through is that there are seals against digital presences. Each one of them is marked by a series of, basically they're like key cards that are emanating digital energy.
How many are we talking?
Hundreds.
Oh wow. But just digital, keeping digital out.
Yep.
Okay. Turning back around. Is this skull here?
No, that's a
Okay.
map artifact.
Oh, what's that? So gravity still kind of applies, right? Like I could just move forward.
Gravity still applies.
All right. Hot wheeling time. Skirt.
Okay.
She's going looking for Beator presences.
Make me an Arcana check as you do so.
20.
Well, as you make your way, you notice that there are several, like, craters along this realm where almost it looks like stars have fallen. This entire area has been attacked several times. It almost seems reminiscent of the claw marks on a cage, some trapped animal.
Inside or outside? Like something trying to get out or something trying to get in?
Something trying to get out.
Okay.
Okay, as you follow this route...
Sorry, that fuzzed for me for a second. In or out?
Out. Something wants out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure it's like asteroids.
So,
Cobwebs?
chances of Beatorn actually being a prisoner are going up.
Hmm.
Prisoner stonks, rosing. As you continue...
I have an assumption, so like looking straight up, does it just endlessly go straight up to the
Yep.
astral sea?
To the astral sea.
Hmm.
It's like
Just had it.
I wonder if they're
Be a torn beat
astral
prisoner
fishermen.
tunnel.
I like the music.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just had it.
You think there are people that fish for leviathans?
Imagine
one.
the fishing.
Like,
where that
Moby Dick style.
Delicious Leviathan steak.
Yeah,
Yes.
what would the bait be?
Leviathan pin.
just like
Alright,
planets, people.
eventually, as you make your way through the Navigator's realm, Up ahead, you will see what appears to be an enormous open-ended theater. Series of stone markings and etchings in both digital and magic can be seen on the outside as the arcane eye snakes its way inside, trying to find more information. You enter this building and find yourself observing what appears to be an amphitheater, shining with starlight and constellations, and in the center of this enormous open-aired building, you will see that which you seek.
I'm holding.
I'm so excited. Place your bets now. Will it be fingers or toes?
No.
All in on toes. Always.
No, Rinko.
Another question: does he have a face or not?
99%. We'll find out.
I did enjoy Sheen's face hole.
Yeah.
It'll be like a compass face.
How about we add another factor if they have
Compass
abs?
face, you just has north.
Telescope eyeballs.
It's loaded.
Oh, he has like a dojo.
Oh
Wow.
shit.
This is sick. Wait, is this leveled?
Oh, this is fancy.
But the cool thing
This
is
is
it's
really
open
nice.
air too. Like it has no ceiling.
Oh.
Okay, as the arcane
Damn.
eye floats forward,
This
in the
is so
center,
sick.
you will see, floating above the ground and moving through the constellations, weaving and unweaving them, you will see check the you will see this Beatorn.
Oh,
No face.
Oh,
oh my god.
so
You
cool
barely
though.
see- You can barely see the toes. What is this?
No toes, but hands.
Pretty
I love
sick.
this one. That one
Hands.
looks so cool.
This is
It
the
looks so
nicest one.
sick.
I love the cape on it. Ooh.
Yeah.
I love the crystal ball as a head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a big old
No
pretty
face.
marble.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Beatorn is
Are we gonna
cool.
capture the orb?
No, you see the ultimate orb to pound to ponder.
The pounder.
Yes.
To pound? Are we going to pound?
Pounding the orb.
Is this anything, Arcadum?
First
What?
we pound, then we pond.
What's up?
Is this anything? It looks like a trapdoor to me. Is this anything?
No, that's nothing.
Okay. Am I in viewing distance?
Yep.
Okay. First I'd like to actually just look around at the arena, at the general amphitheater. Anything of note? I'm happy to roll whatever you need me to roll.
There appears
Entrances, exits, stuff like that.
to be two contraptions on the eastern and western flank side of where she currently is. Does not appear to be any way to open them. Other than that, what you see is what you get. The theater has many different places where people could seat themselves, watch, move about. It's multiple layered and it's open-aired up into the astral sea. What you can see is that the constellations seem to move and shift around Beatorn as she shifts in and out and betwixt them, forming new formations as light flares from each of her fingertips. You will then see Beatorn lift her hand, and a stone of blue flame will come flying out of the astral sea and strike against the door behind you. Not the door of this building, but the door that you had first entered. You will hear a resounding crack as the stone shatters.
When you mention contraptions, these things?
Yeah.
Okay. Sera doesn't know much about constellations, period. I'd like to roll, like, maybe a perception to see if she recognizes any of them, though, just from traveling with Maelie.
You will. Let's see here. You actually flew through.
Okay.
You will recognize one of the constellations because it was one of the ones that almost destroyed the ship. The Maw of the Void.
When did we fly through that?
Do you remember when you guys were flying through and there was like that kind of like black inky smoke that you guys flew through?
I think so. Is that where there was the fake ship that was trying to get us to inspect it but was actually going to eat us?
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was on the way to either Grey Grum or somewhere around there.
Hmm?
Okay. Okay. Can I Arcana
Yes.
Miss Beatorn?
You may.
Okay. 19. Is that enough?
What would you like to know?
Ooh.
Oh, it's time.
I don't have the notes up. Do you guys mind? I only have the one screen.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Her absolute territory was the moving 15 feet at a time, right?
Yes, that's still the same.
Okay. Let's go with abilities, please.
So be it.
Oh, my eyes.
2
I
seconds
hate
here.
Google Docs.
The blinding white sheet.
It gets me every time.
I have to check one thing real quick. To be clear, this is a very complex fight, so I'm going to be double checking a lot of shit. Just give me a second. Because it's
Absolute territory is 15 feet, period? Have to move?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My teleportation wizard will not be teleporting anywhere.
Okay. Well, let me find her in the notes.
Guess now you're just a
Reader.
wizard.
Oh
Just a
man,
tentacle wizard.
Rob.
this fight's gonna be sick. I love combat.
He's saying that because
my-
you dogged on him for complaining about it.
That is a crazy assumption and connection to make. Roxanne.
I know. I've only ever heard books be excited about combat.
Whenever I ever complain.
So what
I'm
happened was in
teasing.
Silver Star, I walked in just whenever Book's in the middle of saying like, yeah, I think combat is too long, and so I just been messing with him the whole time.
I bet I said that.
Huh?
I might have said that. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have.
I don't know how funny it was, but it might have been funny.
It might have been a joke. I might not have.
Was it funny?
No. It hurt my
Okay.
feelings.
It wasn't funny.
It hurt his feeling.
You went and cried in the shower.
I did. I cried in the shower to a pictures of Book's butthole.
In the shower.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He has them as mosaics everywhere.
And I
Picturing
and then,
you in the shower right now.
And then I went to the balcony and took a picture of myself shitting over the side of it, and then did not send it to it.
Alright, I'm mad.
Now I'm mad. Okay, here we go. All right, you ready?
Ready? Well, actually, are you guys ready? I'm just sitting comfortably.
I was
got
born ready. I just had my fries.
We got you.
All right, here we go. So first, there is the absolute territory movement of the stars, which does this as a reminder. All enemies can only move in one cardinal direction and may only move up to 15 feet. This ignores changes to their movements. They must still be able to move. Teleportation must be 15 feet and follows the directions above.
When you say must still be able to move, is that
If
the
you are
interpretation?
stunned, you cannot move. If your movement is 0, you
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Beatorn is a villain level encounter. She has 3 initiatives.
Oh, wow.
She is tier 3.
Oh. Okay.
Welcome to the fucking show.
We haven't had one of those in a while.
Okay, so first we're going to start with the abilities under the Navigate initiative. They are Exile, Healing Nebula, Move Star Motes. Next is the Starfall initiative. The following are all constellations, which are their abilities, but they work differently than all the other ones that she has. And they are as follows: Arrow of the Lost, Dark Star, Fires of Fear, Line in the Sand, Rain of Tears, Rune of Passing, Hammer of Age, Scroll of Forbidden Paths, Sword of Kilrog, the Claw of Divan, the Maw of the Void, Doom of the Dark, Supernova, and the Folly of Man.
Wow. Can we go a little slow there for just a second as we type?
It's all in the chat, but
I will
that's
wait
still
for
a lot.
Lord.
I just want to point out I made a cameo in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you did.
The Rain of Tears. That's me. I'm there.
So did Folly.
Mom, get the camera.
Oh, Folly's in there.
Folly
They're-
also made a cameo.
They're all the constellations, probably, if Ma is one of them.
Yeah.
They are
Ew.
constellations.
How many is that total? Okay, like 13 constellations.
That is
14?
there are 14 constellations in total in this fight.
Cool.
There are more in the original, but I had to cut some of them out. Well, I mean, they had lesser and greater versions of themselves, but that doesn't really work in 5e. It's not complex enough. Okay. And then next up is the third initiative, The Lost. The Lost initiative has access to the following abilities: Flash of Blindness, Gravity Grip, the Hateful Star, the Lonely Star, and the Stars Beckon.
You are my star, Beertone.
You are my star, baby. Ba, 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 ba.
Does this actually go in order? Like initiative 1 is navigate, initiative 2,
Yeah.
or they be like based off of initiative rolls, they'll go in a different
Right,
order.
are they rolled?
They are each rolled, so.
So they might
Okay,
not
so-
be in this order. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know how to just pick one out of that. Guys, do you have a preference? Otherwise, I'll just pick one.
Fuck, you just pick one.
Yeah, just pick
yeah,
one.
just pick.
There's so many.
Rain
I'll
of
take the
Tears.
healing nebula, please.
Healing Nebula.
This is situations where we will, get to know all of them anyway, or are we really just getting a couple?
I don't know.
Depends.
I don't know how long I can do these rolls.
Oh, I see.
He is a navigator, so he might be able to detect the arcane eye.
Yeah.
I see.
Moto Hot Wheels is gonna run out of batteries eventually.
It lasts for an hour, so I'm not worried about that. But this isn't through Moto either, so I don't get the recording. This is just all live. That's it.
Healing Nebula does the following. Beatorn summons rings around them. These rings are adjacent and then spread out in 10 feet increments from Beatorn. If there is an enemy inside any of these ring areas, a Beatorn is healed for 20d6 per enemy within them. This is a 1-round activation ability that cannot be interrupted. So what that means is that Beatorn will activate this effect, and then at the start of the next initiative that activates it, so Navigate, will activate it. And then, at the start of each round, the effect will continue. So I will mark an area that will then be filled, and then if you are still there at the start of the next turn, then the effect goes off, and then I am healed.
How many rings are we talking?
It's a ring around her. And
so one ring.
And then it spreads out 10 feet in each radial increment. It's like a pulse outwards from her.
And it still encompasses inside, so it just gets bigger and bigger.
It gets bigger and bigger, yep.
Until it leaves the map.
Okay.
But here's the thing, it's a ring. It's not a radial circle.
Yeah, so it's not filled inside, it's just filled in the ring, and
Yeah.
then the ring grows, and then the ring grows, right?
You just
So
have
it's
to
enter two.
plan your 15 feet of movement so that you, like, hopefully don't end up in that, like, ring.
And since I know it'll be asked, it is full cylindrical, and it ignores elevation. So essentially, there's going to be a lot of effects on this that will depend on your positioning. Your positioning is only tracked on one axis. Your elevation is irrelevant.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
What's the average of 20d6?
80?
70. It's 70.
70.
70, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's quite a bit of healing.
That's a big number.
That's a big number.
Okay.
How much HP she got? 700?
Can I roll again, Arcadum?
Alright, so after your first roll, you will notice that stars begin to twinkle around Beatorn. She will turn her orb towards the direction that your arcane eye is. Her hands pull at threads. You may roll again if you wish.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna roll again.
Okay.
19.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know weaknesses and vulnerabilities.
Please be vulnerable to all damage types.
Please.
Imagine.
A man can hope, okay? Let me dream.
How much do you want to bet immune to force because astral?
Could be.
I would not take that bet.
Or force is the only thing that he is vulnerable to.
That would suck.
Alrighty then. Beatorn has no standardized non-angel immunities or weaknesses, except for one. She is vulnerable to damage dealt from a source that is a part of a constellation.
Of a constellation?
Like from her own abilities?
That would be my guess.
Hmm.
So she's
You're gonna have to, like,
vulnerable.
make a constellation with our positioning.
Okay, so now I'm going to go into more detail about how the fight with Beatorn will go, which you're going to be able to pick up after making 2 Arcana checks. So, whilst you are fighting Beatorn, your position and the position of summoned star motes that she has will form constellations. She will be able to move them, and then you will be able to move. She will be able to use constellations on her list that match the position of you and the star mote she controls. If you are a part of a constellation, she is vulnerable to your damage.
Interesting.
Oh.
So we can. Ooh, wait, that's so cool.
So if
That is
we
really
are
cool.
in formation of a constellation, any of
For
our
example,
damage should be
If,
vulnerable to.
for example, Let us say that you were in the constellation the Sword of Kilrog. I would be able to use the constellation Sword of Kilrog. But, whilst you are in it, Beatorn is vulnerable to the damage that you would deal.
So it's probably really bad to be in that, but there's a trade-off.
Yeah, it does twice the damage, right?
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
Ooh.
Neat. That's neat. I like that.
do we get like how a constellation looks like when we get the ability basically for it?
Now that you guys have discovered where she is, I can fully prepare the fight. To be clear, what I will be doing, it's going to take me like 2 hours of prep for this fight. So what I will be doing in order to make it easier on you is in this space over here, I will be listing every single constellation's form and the number of spaces that need to be filled to make it. And then as you identify them, you get to know what they actually do. But the knowledge you get to start with is what the constellations look like. So you know what constellation you are you could make.
Mhm.
And all that's going to be over there.
Right.
And
This actual,
And just so you know, that in any case in which a slight variance or some weird stuff might happen that would cause a constellation to be slightly off, I will rule, and this is different than normal. Normally I rule in the player's favor. In terms of determining a constellation being completed, I will rule in Beatorn's favor.
Will
In that
elevation
regard.
still not matter?
Elevation does not matter. Elevation in this is actually worse, because if you are above somebody, I get double the value. So do not fly above each other.
Mhm.
Don't be in the same spot.
Yep.
Ew. Ew. Why
That's
is this
really
our
cool.
next fight, guys?
Hell yeah.
Because it
No.
sounds fun, Maelie.
No,
It sounds
why?
fun.
It sounds scary.
It sounds
the actual
fun.
I mean, we could look for gold.
the actual
Also-
arena where we make the constellations is at this square.
It's the entire... Well, it won't be this.
Okay.
This is just where she is right now.
This is where she's doing her shit. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Oh, good, because there's
Somewhere
a lot
else.
of stairs.
My old enemy.
Stairs?
Hey, I know that reference.
Hey! You actually seen a movie.
Hey, I love the
Okay.
comic madness.
What's Beatorn up to before I make another roll?
Well, as you finish your next check, you will see that Beatorn will turn their head towards the arcane eye, and with a single wave of her hand, the spell will be dissipated.
Okay.
Yep.
She'd share with Maelie. I got a couple of things, but she knew.
So, time to beat a hasty retreat.
Likely.
Yeehaw. She'll give one last look at the old man who's smoking, wondering what his purpose is in this entire complex, and then we'll go. We'll book it. Fly, Ayaza, fly.
All right.
Get on him.
Hey, you guys flying?
Yeah, we're going.
All right. You going back to the party?
Most likely.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, there's walls
Nice.
here.
Back to the cave. The drugs.
No, not there.
Back to the carpets, you mean? Cave comes after we defeat all the angels and talk to Folly.
Okay. Head back to the party.
This fight will use all our brain power, by the way. I can't wait.
The fight with Beatorn is probably like one of the most complex fights I've ever made. Pretty good.
But it's still just a power level 11.
It's complex. That's where the difficulty is.
Complex doesn't mean that it's like more stat check difficulty or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you say only, that's like that's still endgame stuff. Anyway. We're at time anyway, so pick it up next time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Fuck.
Wow.
Oh, this is so sick.
Beatorn is a very cool fight.
Hell yeah.
She looks really cool.
It does.
Sword of Kilron. Alright. Alright, let's see if we got any fan art.
There's a couple of goofy things.
I wonder how we're gonna go about getting knowledge.
What do you mean?
Well, all of the angels to date, we've been able to spy on them and go in full,
Fully prepared.
We have
full sheet filled
full
out.
information.
I might be able to pull off another arcane eye, but like, is that even worth it? Like, if I'm only doing 2 checks at a time, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Go
wouldn't
ahead.
invisibility to digital senses help?
But if there's wards, would that even allow it to pass through?
You could try Estermania getting through into that realm and then using the deck 1,000 feet away.
Yeah.
We could try
Something
talking to the old man who smokes.
Something that was on my mind is actually, since it's up there in space, is do we actually get on our ship and go visit her?
We have to worry about sniper boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
Probably within
Yeah, will
the
we be
realm.
in range to be
yes.
shot down?
Sniper boyfriend.
He's very handsome.
Thank you.
It is in the stratosphere.
Question, Arcadum,
Is
just out
there-
of interest, because we don't have it in our notes. What is his corruption? Because his original, job was like navigation, right, and like reading the stars.
Beatorn's corruption is reading the stars into the earth.
Oh.
Oh.
Here, look at them.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh.
You guys want to
I
read my
see.
novel?
You want to
Bring the stars to the ground.
look at my stars. Look real close.
Look real close at him. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting the channel. I will see you guys in an hour and 45 minutes for a brand new game.
Right? Why are we turning into monkeys?
You know why. All right, I'll see you guys.
Later.